Chihuahuan Hotel, Restaurant, and Bar. This hotel was built in 1911. The first proprietors were Buck Currier and his wife, Kitty Bell. Now George Currier and his wife, Rita, are the operators. Upstairs, we've got rooms to rent and 2 bathrooms, one for the ladies and one for the gents. Paisley has quite a collection of colorful characters, and many of them turn up in the old hotel. Brad and Smitty are here nearly every day, and they can sure tell a story or two.
Say, Red, weren't you married once?
Yeah, Pearl and I had a homestead out on Clover Flat. I was digging a well one day. It was getting mighty hot and thirsty. And I hollered at Pearl, "Hey, bring me a drink." You know what she told me? "Just dig a little faster and get y'all a drink."
See why she's your ex.
Here comes the best squaw wrestler in the county. I've seen her flip men twice her size.
Yeah, she looks cranky this morning. I bet she tried one on last night. But you know, that doesn't stop her from coming in here and flipping the pancakes and frying the eggs. She's the one that keeps this outfit running.
Oh, well, Frida taught me the rules of serious drinking. 1, drink your whiskey straight from the water back. Don't add any fruits or sweet mixes because they make you sick. And 2, when drinking with a group, always take your turn buying a round.
Hey, Carolyn, how much is some of that coffee?
Coming right up.
It's too quiet in here. Let's get some music to liven things up.
Tom, he's always getting a song out of that jukebox without putting a nickel in it.
I saw that, you stingy varmint. Now you get out of my hotel.
Okay. I don't get mad. I get even.
Yep, sure enough, that kid did get in. We went down the marsh, caught a couple of wood ducks and put them in a gunny sack. After closing time that night, he snuck back in, put them in a tub of water upstairs. Good Lord, you should have heard Frida scream the next morning.
Oh, what's so funny?
We put a good one on Smitty and his lady love last night.
You know how Smitty's been romancing Lucy and her being a married woman now? Those old parents have been at least 60.
Well, last night after her husband went to sleep, she drove up to everything to Smitty.
Ooh.
Well, we and Smitty picked her up, put a bunch of us in her Lucy's car, and put it up on walks. So, when Smitty dropped her off later, she started up the car, but it didn't budge. She had to walk her.
I wonder what she told her husband.
See you
Who
later.
knows?
George, look who just pulled in. It's those Hollywood ladies from the red light district in Lakeview.
I'll take care of this. You two are gonna have to leave. We can't have you here.
Oh, come on, sweetheart. Let us stay. I'll give you a free special.
Well, what about me?
If you're gonna take a shower, I might think about it. Hey there. Hey.
So, I heard you went to the Fort Rock dance with some friends.
Yeah, Bob drove his new car. It's a blue Plymouth. He's so proud of it. We had quite a trip home. Well, we left Fort Rocker at 3 a.m. and we were on that stretch of highway above Silver Lake when the guys start bragging about what great ropers they are. So, Bill spotted a stray cow on the side of the road, and so he climbed up onto the fender of Bob's car to rope it. Daryl and Ray got out and sort of urged the cow on. So Bill had his loop and he was about to drop it over the cow's head when suddenly she stopped. Bob slammed on the brakes and Bill went flying over the fender.
Did he get hurt?
No, he just skinned his nose and his knees. But the entire time, Bob was yelling, "Did it hurt my car? Look, did it hurt my car?"
Oh, we better get going. See you later.
Hey, Smitty, how did Paisley get its name?
Well, our fair city was established in 1878. Charles Mitchell Innes suggested the name because he came from Paisley, Scotland. You know the way the story goes, he was born into a royal family in Scotland, came to America, wound up out here in the sheep business in Shelochan Valley.
One of the earlier settlers was Thomas Jefferson Bratton. I wonder what stories he'd tell today.
I was born in Morgan County, Illinois. I came west by Oxford in 1850. After a year in the California gold fields, I drifted up to Wayne County near Eugene. I was sheriff there during the Civil War years. I came to the Shelochan Valley in 1873. The house I built was the first post office, and I served as sheriff of Lake County. I used to take a gunny sack up the canyon behind our place and gather likely looking rocks. I crushed them and panned for gold. Once someone found some gold, and the whole town of Paisley rushed out to stake a claim. Our home ranch overlooked the beautiful Shelochan Valley. We had a good spring of water. During the Bannock Indian uprising, the local settlers used to gather at our ranch. Luckily for us, Indians never attacked our ranch. We were famous for our hospitality. We always invited travelers to stop in for dinner. I filled the table with a large lazy Susan in the middle so we'd all reach the food.
Another interesting tale is how Mabel Pike from England ended up in Paisley.
Well, I would have never even seen Paisley had it not been for my Uncle George Pike. Over in England, my Mama Emily was a maid in the splendid home of George's parents. Sometimes I wondered who my father was, but Mama would never speak of that. I remember one night, it was my 8th birthday, Mama had prepared a special birthday cake. Mr. and Mrs. Pike were excited too. Their son George was coming to visit. George and his brother Albert had sailed to America and lived way out west with the wild Indians. Mama was in the kitchen preparing the celebration meal. George walked in and asked for a cup of tea. Mama fetched him the cup of tea and put it on the table and burst into tears. "What's wrong, Emily?" George asked. Mama blurted the truth, that George's brother Albert was my father. Well, good old Uncle George, he was such a kind man, and he took a liking to me. So when he sailed back to America, he took Mama and I along. And when my father was confronted with Mama and I, he decided to make her his bride. So I went from just having Mama to having parents, and later a brother and 3 sisters.
That little girl with perfect pink and white complexion turned into the lovely lady that got engaged with. When rumors started spreading, I broke off the engagement. She would never take me back, how much I begged her. What a waste.
What a minute.
Morning, Carolyn. I'm ready for a cup of coffee. After playing my piano at the dance last night, it was pretty hard to get up and milk my cow this morning. A cup of coffee would be just a ticket.
Morning, Mella. My boyfriend and I got in a fight last night after the dance. Sometimes I just don't understand men.
Well, they're a mystery to me too. Why, I was only 17 when I married Chet Wheeler. He was a successful rancher, older than me. Boy, he really turned my head. And then, one day, I came home early and found him with my best friend, Irene. Well, I didn't want to lose my best friend. So I filed for divorce and let him have at it. And I didn't ask for any alimony either. I figured I could take care of myself. And besides, I didn't lose a husband. I gained 2 pinnacle partners.
Oh, well, did you just give up on men after that?
No, it took a couple more rounds. I met another cowboy, Charlie Jeffries, and we got hitched, and we spent some happy times up in the Sycan country. But we had some pretty sad times too when our babies died. Well, maybe that's why we drifted apart. But my son Cale was the light of my life.
See if you can try getting hitched another time.
Yeah, I just can't resist those dang cowboys. My last husband was Dave Dobson, another ZX cowboy. And my sister Zilla stood up with us. We got married out in the living room of the red house out of the ZX. Well, when that one fizzled, I figured 3 strikes and you're out. So I've been on my own since then.
Melba, you've got a heart as big as all outdoors. I remember, when my great-grandmother was sick, you knew she loved buttermilk, so you saddled up your horse and brought some over to her house. And in the flood of 1938, you invited me, my mother, and grandmother to stay with you on your house on the hill. I was just a baby then, but my mother will never forget your kindness to us.
Oh, anybody would have done the same. You know, out here, we take care of each other when there's a need.
That's true.
Well, so long, guys.
See you, Melba.
Well, if it ain't Joe Sparrow,
Sit
the
down.
ZX Buckaroo boss.
Let's buy you a cup of coffee.
You've been the Buckaroo boss since Jesse retired, huh? I bet you can tell some stories.
Well, my folks immigrated from Portugal. I grew up on a fruit farm down by San Jose. I wanted to be a cowboy, so I came up to ZX and asked Jesse Rhymes. He set me up with a Greenboro course. I got bucked off a couple times, but I finally rode it out. Then he finally gave me a bedroll and a saddle. Started trailing cattle up by the Sycan Marsh. We slept on the ground and ate meals from the chuck wagon.
Can you tell us some stories about that?
Well, one time we went out and rounded up a herd. After I left for home, the cowboys started wagering who would be faster in the race, chuck wagon and wood wagon. They each hitched up a 6-mule team and started out across the desert. The wagons were neck and neck. The drivers urged them on. Then it happened. The chuck wagon broke an axle and turned over.
Bet she was mad as hell when you heard about it.
I just kind of shook my head, took the blacksmith out there, and he fixed the wagon.
Did you fire the yahoos?
Well, I thought about it, but didn't know if the next bunch would be a damn bit better. Thanks for the coffee, boys.
Oh, what's so funny, Louisa?
Oh, it's old Juniper Jack. You know him, he's been a sheep herder around here for years. Ken and his wife, they live in that two-story house with the cupola.
Oh yeah, he fixed that house up for his bride, I think.
Well, whenever Anna needs help or advice, she'll stand on her back porch and yell, "Yoo-hoo, Mrs. Hannah!" Well, this time it was Jack that needed help. Someone told him that smoke soothed memories. So the old fart built a smudge fire in a bucket. Lowered his britches, he sat down on it. Next thing you know, that bucket was tied up against his butt.
How did he get it on?
Well, I put my arms around him, braced myself up against the wall. Anna, she grabbed the bucket. Next thing you know, we hear this big old loud pop. Poor old Jack, he fell forward. He was one sorry sight.
Hey Red, have you seen Charlie Dump lately?
Every time I go to the dump, I see him.
What's his real name anyways?
It's Mike Polanski, but we all just call him Charlie Dump.
Hey Charlie, we were just talking about you. I was wondering, how did you end up with Paisley anyways?
Well, it's coal mines in Pennsylvania. Too many people in them big cities back east. There's some of them fancy educated city folks talking about Oregon. Wide open places, mountains, trees. I said, that's for me. So I took off, here I am.
You got yourself quite a shack out there at the dump.
Yeah, I dragged a couple old car bodies across the road, put up some plastic crap. Worked pretty good.
So you and your cat's good enough to eat?
Well, see, one of them dang feral cats got in my shack when I was out digging in the garbage looking for usable items. Heard the commotion around the shack. That dang thing was jumping in the floor looking for a way out. Just meaner and wilder than two Wolverines in heat. Ran my cats off.
That must have been scary.
You had two female Wolverines in heat chasing you, you'd be plumb terrified too.
Well, they'll probably come back. What are you having for dinner tonight?
Oh, those frozen rangers, they have good point. They know where the good stuff's at. I cut and butter over the K&L. Sometimes brings me fruits, vegetables, and meat you can't use. And then deer he cuts and wraps for hunters. They must be all ribs. There's never any steaks or roasts. He's taking me to the doctor tomorrow, so I gotta go down and give it to the boys up.
Evening, Charlie. Yo. Sonny, you look mighty glum this evening.
I got some sad news, boys. We got full of Sam died today.
Son of a gun. I'm sorry to hear that, Sonny. Wasn't he the cowboy out at ZX when you were bucking boss?
Yeah, he was a tough old cowman. He didn't have a family, so he came and spent the holidays with us. I remember one Christmas he come up, started reciting the nativity story. He said there was Joseph, Mary, Jesus, and a bunch of long-haired hippies. And he went on to say, yes, sir, I'll never forget that day.
That's a good one.
You know, when he came and moved in with us the past few months, I remember one morning he come down with his boots on the wrong feet. When I pointed it out to him, he said, it makes it harder to track me.
That was Sam. Always ready with a joke. We're sure gonna miss him.
Yeah, we are. Well, you boys take it easy. See you later.
See you, Sonny.
Over the years, there was a lot of laughter and drama at the old Chihuahuan Hotel. There were poker games and banquets for the Masons and Oddfellows, and once there was a shooting. By 1957, George and Frida had had enough. I remember, Frida and I peered around the laundry room door and saw the sheriff present George with divorce papers. Well, Frida left Paisley with 2 cedar chests in the back of the news station wagon. I went with her as far as Portland, and in between we spent a couple days at the Klamath County Rodeo and some time at Seaside. Eventually, Frida remarried and worked at the Indian Village in Lakeview. After George died, the empty hotel was purchased by Ross Callahan. Shortly before it was to be demolished in 1977, it burned down. The fire took the Masonic Hall, the fire station, the library, and the VFW. It was a really sad day when the hotel burned, but we hope that some of these stories and characters will live on.
Teenage boy, Del Bratton, and Joe Silveria. Al Bailey playing 3 parts. George Currier, Charlie Duck, and TJ Bratton. Master artist who created our jukebox for us. And Teresa, she goes from the sublime to the ridiculous. The Red Light Lady and Louisa Hanna. And Hope Arrington as our other Red Light Lady. And Chris Norris as Mabel Pike and Frida Currier. She coordinated our costumes for us. And Kaylin Arrington as Teenage Girl. Sarah Poppy as Red Homer Morris. And Ashley O'Leary as Carolyn the waitress. Dennis O'Leary as Smitty, Nell Smitty.
Toni Bailie as Melva Jeffries.
Yes.
And written and directed by Toni Bailie.